The SCP Foundation is a baffling place, housing some of the scariest, funniest, cutest, and friendliest creatures and entities that have left us absolutely confused. But thank God they're not on the streets, right? However, there are some SCPs out there that don't make any sense whatsoever, with purposes that leave us scratching our heads. So today on Top 5 Scary Videos, I'm going to be counting down our list of the top 5 strangest SCP creatures that make no sense. Let's jump in. Coming in at 5, SCP-2061. 2061 is a late 1970s Sharp LC-Mate EL1185 electronic printing pocket calculator. 2061 produces a compulsive effect in greater 99% of humans viewing it in person, within a range of approximately 20 meters. This effect is nullified if there is any solid physical object between SCP-2061 and the viewer, even if the object is transparent. Windows, plastic bags, and other clear objects have proven sufficient to prevent manifestations of SCP-2061's effect. The compulsive urge manifests as an irresistible desire to insert any object capable of performing user-facing electronic mathematical calculations into one's own oral cavity, as deeply as possible. This urge manifests regardless of the harm caused by its being acted upon, and a number of fatalities and severe tracheal injuries were caused by SCP-2061 prior to the object's transfer to SCP Foundation containment. SCP-2061's cognito-hazardous effect does not appear to manifest on any individuals who meet the following criteria. Criterion A. Individuals who have received payment from the Sharp Corporation or any of its subsidiaries at any point in their lives. Criterion B. Individuals who have had unprotected sexual intercourse with those meeting Criterion A. SCP-2061 is kept in a standard containment locker at Site 76 in a secure container. Experimentation on and access to 2061 is currently suspended indefinitely. Future experimentation with 2061 is to be led by Foundation personnel employed as contractors by the Sharp Corporation. The 3 living 2061 positive individuals are currently housed in Foundation-affiliated off-site inpatient psychiatric facilities listed in Document 2061-C. Professional care at these facilities has been directed at avoiding visual contact between 2061 positive individuals and objects capable of performing user-facing electronic mathematical calculations. Math is bad. That's the moral of it. Coming in at 4, SCP-055. 055 is a self-keeping secret or anti-meme. Information about 055's physical appearance as well as its nature, behavior, and origins is self-classifying. To clarify, how Site-19 originally acquired 055 is unknown. When 055 was obtained and by whom is unknown. 055's physical appearance is unknown. It is not indescribable or invisible. Individuals are perfectly capable of entering 055's container and observing it, taking mental or written notes, making sketches, taking photographs, and even making audio-video recordings. An extensive log of such observations is on file. However, information about 055's physical appearance leaks out of a human mind soon after such an observation. Individuals tasked with describing 055 afterwards find their minds wandering and lose interest in the task. Individuals tasked with sketching a copy of the photograph of 055 are unable to remember what the photograph looks like, as are researchers overseeing these tests. Security personnel who have observed 055 via closed-circuit television cameras emerge after a full shift, exhausted and effectively amnesiac about the events of the previous hours. Who authorized the construction of 055's containment room, why it was constructed in this way, or what the purpose of the described containment procedures may be, are all unknown. Despite 055's container being easily accessible, all personnel at Site-19 claim no knowledge of 055's existence when challenged. All of these facts are periodically rediscovered, usually by chance readers of this file, causing a great deal of alarm. Object is kept within a 5x5 by 2.5 meter square room constructed of cement 50 centimeters thick with a Faraday cage surrounding the cement walls. Access is via a heavy containment door measuring 2 by 2.5 meters constructed on bearings to ensure door closes and locks automatically unless held open deliberately. Security guards are not to be posted outside 055's room. Coming in at 3, SCP-2678. SCP-2678 refers to a phenomenon primarily manifesting in the southeastern United States, typically within the Gulf and South Atlantic regions. Signs of the phenomenon manifesting have, in all cases to date, included included the following events. Highway billboards will suddenly and without warning change the image being displayed to one of several advertisements for locations or experiences within the region that do not exist. These billboards often use terminology suggesting a vacation destination or a scenic locale, and are typically found to be classed for visual cognitohazards with an unknown mimetic effect on observers. Individuals encountering instances of these billboards will be compelled to pull their vehicle to the side of the road and exit it, and begin travelling to the manifestation of 2678. The entrance to a local structure, usually one that is dilapidated or otherwise derelict or in disrepair, will become an access point for a spatial distortion. Individuals entering through this access point will then be within a 2678 instance itself. 2678 manifests as the interior of a massive ruined cathedral, the remaining walls and ceiling of which are covered in unknown religious iconography. The interior of 2678 appears to be an entirely different physical location than its respective access points. For this reason, it is unknown if SCP-2678 is collective of multiple instances or only a single instance of the cathedral. There are no apparent exits within the cathedral aside from the spatial anomaly. What area is visible beyond the collapsed walls of the cathedral is shrouded in thick fog and is illuminated red due to an unknown light source. In the center of the cathedral within 2678 is a large pit. Within the pit is a massive biological entity of which only the primary consumption orifice is visible. Individuals entering 2678 are inevitably drawn by anomalous means to the precipice of the pit and into the orifice where they are swallowed whole. Sucks to be them. Coming in at number 2, SCP-3311. 3311 refers to a storage unit located in Florida. It's always Florida. 3311 appears nondescript and identical to adjacent units which are affixed in rows, making relocation impossible. 3311 contains a spatial anomaly, extending far past what its physical constraints allow and appearing without limit. At this time, exploration has reached approximately 585 kilometers into the unit, during which no apparent end was observed. 3311's interior turns on a slight bend, making long-range viewing difficult. Visual broadcasting deteriorates rapidly within the anomaly, prompting the usage of relays to help extend the range of reception. GPS positioning fails to trace individuals who pass beyond 5 meters of the entrance, approximately halfway into the unit where it possesses correct internal dimensions. Tracking signal is not lost, it remains at the halfway point until it passes out of range of reception or is disconnected via other means. 3311 is hypothesized to have a minor cognitohazardous effect on sentient life, the full scope of which is still under analysis. 3311 is to be kept closed and locked at all times. No personnel are to enter 3311 for any reason other than for testing purposes. The facility containing 3311 should be monitored for any suspicious activity and patrolled by a Foundation agent posed as a security guard. And finally, coming in at number 1, SCP-426. To fully explain SCP-426, I must read its description via the SCP Foundation in order to do it justice. I quote, "Hello, I am SCP-426. I must be introduced this way in order to prevent ambiguity. I am an ordinary toaster, able to toast bread when supplied with electricity. However, when any human being mentions me, they inadvertently refer to me in the first person. Despite all attempts, there is yet to be a way to speak or write about me in the third person. When in my continuous presence for over 2 months, individuals begin to identify as a toaster. Unless forcibly restrained, these people will ultimately harm themselves in their attempts to emulate my standard functions. I was discovered in the home of a family after the gruesome deaths of 3 of its members. I had been given to the younger Mr. and Mrs. Blank as a wedding gift. No card of any other identifying markings has been found on my box. Approximately 2 months after the family received me, fire crews were dispatched to the home due to an electrical fire. Mrs. Blank died from the electric discharge that she had caused when attempting to devour an electric socket. The other 2 victims had died shortly before the fire occurred. The elder Mrs. Blank had gorged herself with nearly 10 kilograms of bread before her stomach burst and she died of internal bleeding. The dream. The younger Mr. Blank died of severe blood loss after attempting blank with me. You can assume what you want to assume. The sole survivor was the elder Mr. Blank, who was suffering from severe malnutrition. He stated that he had inserted some bread a week prior and was still waiting for the toast to pop out. I was confiscated by the Foundation after police noted my unusual properties. That's a lot. You think he rock the toaster? I do. Well, there we have it. Do you guys agree with our list? Were there any strange SCPs that we missed? Leave us all your thoughts and feelings in the comments down below, and perhaps we can do a part 2. And on that note, if you haven't already, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss another scary vid. And until next time, see you later.